This is a card. If you're on Stan Twitter, Stan Instagram, or even Stan TikTok, you've probably come across one of these at least once. For the uninitiated, cards are simple microsites you can make using the Card.co website. It's an easy way to make an online portfolio with dozens of unpaid and paid templates you can choose from. If you're graphic design savvy, you can even build your own page from scratch. Cards can be about anything. About you, your ultimate K-pop group, your art, your fanfic, your small business, and more recently, social movements around the world. The concept of microsites isn't new. Cards creator, who just goes by AJ, said he wanted an easy, even boring way for people to put together a website. So he made Card.co in 2016. We also see a lot of artists, celebrities, and influencers using Card to make online portfolios easily linkable on their Twitter and Instagram accounts. Cards are also useful tools for K-pop stans. They would use the platform to make creative bio pages, like those scrapbooks you'd fill out in the early aughts where you'd list down your likes and dislikes. With Card, you can link to your other accounts in a neat way to get your own fan content out there. Think those scrapbooks but with hyperlinks and pretty graphics, tied through a theme more specific to your interests. According to the company founder, cards were never meant to be a protest tool. But then BLM happened in May 2020, and the card server nearly overloaded, because celebrities from Taylor Swift to Kim Kardashian shared a Black Lives Matter card on their Twitter and Instagram accounts. The BLM card is a perfect example of how activists online and on the ground have utilized the platform for their causes. Take a look at the site. It shows you all the important links in one page. It directs you to petitions and even has a warning not to donate to change.org, because not all donations made through the site go to the right people. This indicates what appears to be a frustration with slacktivism, or armchair activism of years past. Slacktivism is the practice of supporting a political or social cause by means such as social media or online petitions, characterized as involving very little effort or commitment. If you scroll further down, you'll see links to other protests around the world, even our own junk terror bill protest. In fact, it made the news here in the Philippines because Taylor Swift shared this same card, and Filipino fans felt their own political upheaval was seen by a star as big as Taylor Swift, no less. This is another feature of social movement cards. They link to other cards about other movements. There's even one called All Cards that attempts to compile all cards about all possible issues, be it in the Philippines, Palestine, China, Yemen, and the list goes on. It's less organized than the BLM one, but you get its straightforward aim. The appeal of cards may be a response to our fatigue with the fast pace of news cycles. Their contents remain constant, even as our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds change every second, with news of COVID replaced by news of elections in a single scroll. Digital media scholar Paolo Cherbaudo said in an interview with MIT Technology Review that one-page sites like Card offer a way to escape some of the obsession with instantaneity of social media conversations. These microsites make helping people on the ground feel easier and more responsible because many of them are vetted by people doing grassroots work, like the junk terror bill card, for example. Concerned people who want to extend help from whichever side of the globe they're in are given some assurance that their contributions are going where they need to go and are making an actual impact, even if it's just a simple click to sign a petition. And cards can also be easier on the eyes. They've emerged alongside what has been euphemistically called Instagram activism. Those image carousels at least one of your friends has probably shared on their Instagram stories. They can be about gender discrimination, racism, or anything that falls under the social justice umbrella. One thing unites these carousels, and by extension cards. They're what the young internet crowd would call aesthetic. But the promise of these platforms comes with unresolved questions too. Who vets the information on cards? In the age of fake news, how do we trust that what we're reading is credible or truthful? And who gets to decide which issues matter enough to warrant a card to begin with? Why do some cards become more viral than others? And how long until we get fatigued with cards too? In the meantime, we can attend to our anxieties. Maybe there's a card that can help us with that.